Hello. My sound seems to be playing up. Bear with me. Bear with me. But welcome to Mark Reid Atheism. I have the wrong microphone, but that's okay. I will fix. We'll fix. We will troubleshoot together. We'll get through this. We'll get through this. But welcome, welcome. And today is a big debate. Hold on. I'm just going to see my microphone peeking out. The debate doesn't start for another 15 minutes or so. I wanted to get on camera, I guess, and sort of, you know, sort of do the things and stuff, and sort of, you know, talk to you guys, tell you what to expect, you know, just make sure everything's up and running, working. I'm so glad so many people are here already. That's fantastic. I always love an audience when I do these debates. I'm a little tired. I did get prepped last night, but that's okay. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Yeah, so the after show, first off, the after show is going to be on Max's channel, which is Yerba Mate, which is a drink from Uruguay, I believe. I think. I mean, that might not be its origin. I'm not 100% sure. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's face it. But yeah, so that's going to be the after show, which I'll certainly be dropping in for. And Max has generously decided to host the after show. It's fantastic, since I've got a lot on my mind trying to do this live stream kind of thing. But welcome to everybody, and I will try and get this set up. So this isn't yet. Let me try the other thing. Nope, my filter is not working, which is making me very, 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 very sad. I'm a sad boy. I've got. Please, NVIDIA, why do you do this to me? Let's just. If I quit broadcast, okay. The camera's going to go out for a second. Okay, just bear with me while that happens. You'll still hear my voice. 1 second. Yep. That's a sign of the times, really. Everything is broken. Sign of the times. Sign of the times. Let's reboot NVIDIA and see if we can't get it working. Yeah, good morning or evening or wherever you are in the world. Hopefully I can get this fixed before. Yeah, Yeti microphone. Yep. I mean, it looks good. It looks okay. Hello. There we go. Okay. Now could you please? No, that's not what I'm after. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I managed to also fix the chat window. If you haven't noticed, the chat's actually been coming up. I can change it so it's a bit longer up, I guess. I just didn't know how much chatting would be going on. If you want me to change it, let me know. I can up it to all kinds of stuff, probably, possibly. I mean, let's do 30 seconds, or 45. Yeah, let's do 45 and save that. Okay. Now I don't know why it's not coming up. It just had something come up. Majestic feedback. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's delayed a little bit, so I do apologize. It's just you know, Stream Elements being streamers. Okay, I think all of the technical issues are figured out. I've got my everything ready, and we are ready to go. So I know that the title of this was a bit random. It's a bit like loose, kind of not very specific, like atheism versus Christianity, which is true kind of thing. So it is true that people believe there's no God. But I know what they're getting at. They're saying which perspective is actually the more accurate one, is correct, basically. So yeah, I'm not going to quibble over the title, because I've been I've really been searching for debates, and I've had a bit of a problem getting them. So I kind of will take it and not argue about it. It's fine. It's totally fine, probably, possibly. You know, so there is that. But the debate is up and coming. Gee, we're waiting. Haven't got something through yet. While I'm waiting for that, I might just sneak in to my account and see if I can't set up like super chats. They should come up. That's debatable. Should come up. Why is it? Okay, it just seems to be on a delay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Not a problem at all. I don't think there's much I can do about that, quite frankly. Let's go to studio. Now, I will have to do any super chats, any sort of things afterwards. So if you do want to ask questions, I won't. I really do not focus on chat. It really does throw me for a loop if I try. So I do apologize, but I will have to do super chats afterwards. I'm just going to get up the super chat thing, and I will grab them out of here, kind of thing. That's okay. That's all right. You know, it's totally fine. I was going to do like a little thing, but I didn't get around to it. So I was going to try and do a graphic or something, but greetings, my kamikaze. Yeah, I was gonna like try and do a graphic up the bottom of this and just say, you know, do the super chat in there taken from there, but I might not be able to. So bear with me at the end. I'll definitely show them in some way, whether that's directly from the analytics or whatever. I do apologize. I didn't know that I would have to be doing graphic design to debate online for some reason. Let's see. I just want to check that I've got the right time. I hope so. I'm quiet? Okay, give me one sec. It's probably my noise filter. How does that sound? There you go. I'm louder now. You regret saying that now, don't you? That's peaking. That is peaking. That's not cool. Yeah, you're right. It did need some more volume, though. Will you come back here after the debate, or will you start a new stream? No, I'll come back here after the debate, but then I will pass it over to Max over at Sherba Mate, and yeah, you know, he can take over from there. But I'll at least, you know, talk about how I felt during the debate afterwards, get super chats going, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's 7:55. Okay. Maybe it's running late. I don't know. Oh, let me just check. It hasn't been rescheduled or something. I haven't been told or something, has it? Usually James is pretty on the... I mean, he's not usually, you know, on exactly on time when starting his stream, but, you know, at least he's on time when contacting me, usually. Give me one sec. Let's see. Where is MDD? Yeah, have you ever had the thing where your channel list grows so long that you can't actually find like anything in it whatsoever? Yeah, that's definitely definitely a thing. Okay, well, apparently so. Apparently so. All right, well, I guess I just wait and see what happens. But yeah, I feel good about this one. I really do. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll be coming back here for a little bit, then over to Max's, and I'll then go over there. I'm sure Max will provide me with a link, and I can hop over there and talk about the debate with anybody that wants to be in the after show, or if you want to jump in the chat for the after show. I really want to promote Max's channel because he's done a lot of work. Sort of building a community that he's had to leave. So, or not had to leave, but he's just had a channel change from the one that he usually has. But you know, and I really do want to support people that are putting in a lot of effort, but maybe just need some more, you know, just some more support kind of thing to see it take off. I do try at least, you know, and people have helped me. I try and help other people. Hmm. Do let me know if the volume's too loud, too soft, too ugly, not ugly enough. You know, any of the above. But I did want to do this super chat thing. I don't think I've got time. I don't feel prepared to have time. So I'll sort something out later on. Sort of, do something. I've got a Wimbo capture here. I can probably use that. Yes. So I'll turn that off. Grab a Chrome tab. Which I can't do. That's okay. Audio is a little bald. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Audio not hairy enough. That's what we're hearing. Audio not Titan. Look, I was feeling a bit down last night. Titan just talked to me and set me straight. And Titan's awesome. I just got to say, yep, much love. Much love, my friend. Because seriously, yeah. But I'm okay. I'm feeling good. I haven't had a debate for a while. I feel like I need to get that itch scratched. I mean, it's not desperate, but I do like it. I do appreciate that Wi-Fi Gospel kind of came in. He's had one debate with me. I feel that it went really well for me, and he's stepped up again. Fair call, fair. He's putting his money where his mouth is, like some other people that don't show up at all. So hey, kudos to that man. I appreciate it. And as sort of interlocutors do, as interlocutors go, I don't think he's that bad. What did who do, Titan? What did who do? Who do what now? Feeling cute. Might send hugs. Okay, hugs back. Hugs back. Damn hugs. Damn hugs going on. Sure. Well, I mean, I think I've challenged Matthew Hakeem. Isn't he a flat earther? What did Wi-Fi Gospel do? Oh, he did a secular humanism versus Christian ethics. I feel like it went really well on my side. Maybe he feels like it went really well on his side. I don't know, but I thought it was a good debate. It devolved a little bit, but he certainly isn't the worst to talk to. That was supposed to be from me. You're on the wrong channel. Okay, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. You don't like the debate title at all, puts the burden of proof on both parties, which is bullshit. Yeah, I get that, Rosterman. I totally understand that, yes. It is... I get that, when you do have a debate, one side will probably have more of a... Whoops, I don't have my light on. There we go. Actually, let's tone that down so I don't look like a ghoul. Yeah, okay. Like, I get that one side will usually have the burden of proof, but even if I'm arguing the negative position, in a debate, I do like to at least present something, like to say, hey, hey, yes, I'm a pale man, not that pale though, that's my light. Well, I have the strong atheism position, Rosterman. That's my position on the matter. I believe there is no gods. So, and I have heard the argument, well, why do you take on that burden kind of thing? You don't have to take on that burden. And I'm not going to change my belief to I don't believe there's any gods, rather than I believe there's no gods, right? The weak and strong atheist position. I'm not going to change that based on what's convenient. And I don't blame people if they want to just argue the weak atheist side. Paradoxically, the weak atheist side, position, is the stronger position, than strong atheism, which is, I believe there are no gods. It's easier to argue with, hey, disbelieve it. I'm totally fine with people going, hey, I just want to argue this position because you don't need to go there. But personally, I will argue the strong position. and maybe it makes it harder on me. I've never shied away from a hard debate, so I'm fine with that. I will accept that, but I totally grant you it's probably a lot easier and a lot more efficient to argue the weak side, but you know, oh yeah, absolutely, I get you. Yeah, no worries, no worries at all. That light was too bright. You're absolutely right. You're right again, Titan. Stop being right. It annoys me. Yep, yep. I'm trying to fool my opponent into thinking I'm an angel. It'll just confuse him. It's saying that I don't have a tent. Look, I'm not very outdoors person. It's weird that I'm not a very outdoors person. I used to, like, when I was younger, like 18, 19, 20, I used to be in surf lifesaving, like a volunteer surf lifesaver. So I had a tan, I'll tell you that right now. But as I've gotten older, I've sort of disliked doing that more and more. And I prefer to, stay indoors and do that kind of stuff. Get a halo. Yeah, I should. I should. I should. Yeah, I produce cold light. You don't understand. I definitely produce cold light. Um, Not saying anything. Hang on. Where's modern day debate? Yep. Saturday 5th, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm definitely on the right time. Hey, just started. I hope you can't hear me typing. That's what the filter is for. And it wasn't working before, but it seems to be working now, so we still on for today. I mean, I did check on modern day debate. It definitely is. Yeah, we're waiting on them. Okay, okay. All right. Well, I mean, I suppose I just entertain you lot chat while I'm waiting for this email through. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you can be entertained. I glad I shilled your. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It always is. The MDD ones, James has no problem with his streaming to my own audience. It's something that I didn't used to do. It is a bit, um, it is a bit more difficult because I have to sort of at least pay attention to see if my stream's given out or my audio's given up the ghost or something like that. So it is a little bit more effort, especially for me. I have trouble really focusing on two things at the same time when I'm really deep in the weeds. I get in the weeds. You people know this. I really get in the weeds, and I find it very difficult. Probably to do with neurology, but I do love having people in the chat, even though, as I said, I can't pay a huge attention to it because I'm focused on arguments and talking to somebody. Maybe I'll get better at it. This whole multitasking thing. Maybe. I make no promises. No promises. Maybe then I can do some kind of text box thing. Can we add something? Let's see. Can we add a text box? Let's see. Text. Super chat. Read from file. Okay, let's grab Notepad, and we want to save as. I just need a plain text file, really. Let's see. We want to put it as superchat.txt. Wait, let me just Anyone seen James or the mods? Okay. Super. Oh, yeah, I spelled it wrong. That's okay. That's all right. Relax. 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 Read from file, browse, desktop, supercut. There we go. So if I read from that and then aerial, that's fine. Text transform. Yeah, I don't have to do that. Color white. Yeah, that'll do, I guess. I can select font. Oh, okay. I've got a lot of choices, people. What is a cool font? Actually, I want something easy to read, don't I? Arial is fine to read. You know, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's do okay. Can I move it round? Yes, I can. Can I? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I have made a mistake. I have made a horrible mistake. Save me, chat. Okay, that is a huge frigging. All right, I'm just going to leave it there. And then I can get this. If I copy that, paste it into plain text. File, save. Okay, can I refresh that? Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work, and I am sad boy. Give me a sec. Why is this box so big? Why is this box so big? Oh my god. Oh, alignment. Top left. Yeah, that's what I'm using. Interesting. Yeah, so I don't have add, but I have subtract. Oh, that's good. Well, I mean, subtraction is just adding a negative number if you think about it, really. Like, if you really think about it. Booklet. Stop raining here. It's less flood plates. It rains still here. Yeah, it's apparently a sort of wild weather warning here. Just a sort of a oh, whoa, settle down. The font size, please. Oh, there we go. 256. Are you crazy? No, I'd like larger, please. Let's see. Maybe 36. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of working. It's kind of working. All right. That's. I mean, it's sort of working. That was the last super chat. So, I mean, I guess I can leave that up. Didn't it? It didn't put the spaces in. What if I put it there? That's slightly better. Slightly. 156 point. Yeah, apparently so. Apparently so. So yeah, I guess I can do super chat, but that'll be after the debate because I can't do it during. But yeah, I can actually do something useful. It's a good feeling. Wow. Okay, James is really East is here. Okay, East is in the chat. I would look amazing with a Kratos beard. I think to pull that off, you've got to have like the red paint down your head. Thursday night, but Jay's going to see us. It's hot in Ohio. Yeah, Tori. It's usually hot in Australia, but it's middle of winter at the moment, so it's actually a nice change. So yeah, I have some more fun visuals for Thursday. Oh, Viclit, I almost went on your Discord and signed up for like, and tried to ask you to be a temporary D&D character. After I was talking about that that character I wanted to play, I was like, oh, I'm really tempted. I am tempted. And more visuals. On Flat Earth, it's summer everywhere. Yeah, they don't really have summer and winter on Flat Earth. I don't know how they have it, but somehow they do. Yeah, all the guest players. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't played D&D for so many years. I won't even lie, like so many years. Is Alex here? I'm just asking if my opponent's in the chat. Wild. Didn't get put into. I'm just going to try my junk folder. Spam? No. Okay. Just thought I would look because I mean, I don't know why I would put something in the junk folder from a a contact on my list, but I think it always is a good idea to check. Like a really good idea to check. Yeah, I get you, Debian. I really do. Yeah. Sup, Maya. Good to see you. Yeah, and I know I'm doing your Bad Science Sunday tomorrow. Yeah, that's a good idea. I can say what's up tomorrow. I'll be appealing on Bad Science Sunday with the delightful, enigmatic, and alluring Maya Atkinson and the cute, friendly, and hilarious Dr. Tapioca Weasel. It's going to be fantastic. I don't even know what they're going to spring on me. I've said surprise me. I don't really want to know. I want to have my authentic reaction to the nonsense that shows up on there. So apparently, lots of people are away at the ARC protest. Oh, happy 4th of July. I guess late 4th of July to everybody. Yeah, I am part of the Weasel cult. Thank you. So because people are away on the ARC protest, they decided to use an Australian to make up for the shortfall in people. And I'm available. I love Bad Science Sunday. It's fantastic. So I really do want to do it, and it's something that I want to go back to. Since I did it the first time, was fantastic. It was really good. So I can't say enough great stuff about Maya's channel. Absolutely fantastic. Do check them out. Actually, while I'm waiting, I'll get you the I'll get a link. I'll get a link. Although Maya can link herself if she wants to, actually, I come to think about it, which I have no problem in doing. I should set up a bot for that kind of stuff. I really should. You know, all of this stuff. Look, I got to say, I got to be honest with you. My ADD has been beating my ass lately. I have tried. You know, it's a struggle. It definitely is a struggle to get things done lately, and sometimes I'm better, sometimes I'm worse. It's been a bit of a struggle lately, so I apologize. But you know, I'm doing my best. I'm definitely doing my best. Yeah, this is it. This is my best. You know, like for if you ever wondered what Mark Reid's best is, well, this is it. This is what it looks like. So yeah, enjoy that. Enjoy that. But we get better as we go along. I think that's important to realize that, hey, our best is not that level forever. We do get better. I mean, look, I set up a super chat like text just 2 seconds ago. I didn't know I could do that, but apparently I can. Witness me! Why did I put in that? I don't know. Um, yeah, there's there is my. Oh, I can probably link to the stream actually, because you'll probably have it already scheduled. I would say no, don't have it scheduled. No, not in the slightest. Okay, well, I mean, you know, I love Dr. Josh and Dr. Kip on the last one. That was fantastic. Like talking about the sort of somebody that gets ancient aliens from the Bible. It's just it's great. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So this Wednesday is going to be another thing of aimbot. My wife and I have dedicated a next week to sort of health week. So, you know, we sort of once every couple of months or so, I guess, you know, maybe every 6 months, maybe every 4 months or so, we just go, okay, let's, you know, do doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, all of that stuff. Just, you know, if things that you put off because, you know, kind of thing. Oh, no worries, Maya. It's not a problem at all. You know, people, if people have got the channel, they can find it. Thank you. That's not a problem at all. You know, but next week I will be. This week I will be doing aimbot. I will be doing Bad Science Sunday. I will be, hopefully, fingers crossed. I might have Doc Dino on Fundamentalist Fails because he found a particularly wild looking video about dinosaurs and he asked to be on. So he may have a conflict, so I may not do it this week, but hopefully they will have him on this week. Yeah. Sorry, someone's posting me in the MDD chat. Um, oh, that's Issa. I like Issa. Issa's cool. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Starting at level 3, Thursday was our first session. Well, all right, I may do a guest appearance then. I'm not sure I'll have the time. I know, Viclit, that I often redirect you at the end of my streams, so we'll have to talk about when it is, because, you know, obviously if I'm redirecting to you, I'm ending after you start. If Issa is typing in the chat, he must be driving on the freeway. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. MDD dropping the ball hard. Yeah, I think so. I hope James is okay. You know, yeah. I don't know. I mean, Lisa's saying my interlocutor isn't here. Yeah, I don't know that for sure. I don't know that Alex is not here. Let me see if I can find a email address for him. Let's see. Wi-Fi gospel. This isn't me, guys. It definitely was a debate supposed to be happening. 100%. No, he doesn't. Oh, no, he does have an email. Why did he put the email in plain text? Oh, Alex, what are you doing? Someone's going to scrape that with a bot. Put it in the actual email part so it's got a some kind of security like anti-bot something on it. Compose debate. Yeah, Alex. Mark Reid here. I'm just waiting on MDD to start debate. Are you waiting as well? Yes. I'll send that through, see if I can't contact him. There's James and Ryan there. I'm not sure how much Ryan is involved with it. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how much. Like Ryan, Ryan, I'm not sure. So, I don't like. Usually, I'd contact people by Discord. I find it very convenient. But you don't have to do this. He's unwell. Well, I haven't received any notification until I get some kind of notification from James or somebody at Modern Day Debate. I wouldn't assume that. But I've been told nothing about that. And if that was the case, then well, you know, I don't yeah, I don't I don't think I'm in any position to you know, evaluate anybody's mental health. And I'm not sure you do either. I certainly fiercely disagree with the guy. Did they post schedule on Discord or something? Does it match? I don't know what Discord says, but it matches what I've been given in email and what's on the YouTube channel scheduled to go. So it seems to be happening. Let me see. One event, no. Let me see announcements in MDD Discord. Yeah, scheduled. Yeah, there it is. Doesn't really say. Unsure. But to be honest with you, I just go by what, you know, if ever I'm in doubt, I just go by what the YouTube channel says. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just saying. I said I'm winning, and because somebody said, "Great debate so far," I said, "I think I'm winning," and somebody said, "Pretty even." Yeah, you are probably right. Let's check the polls to see who is winning. Yeah, okay. Well, if you can't, yeah, that's right, Deviant. If Wi-Fi was late or not showing, they should have contacted me. Totally. Pineapple on pizza? No, no. I look. I'm not gonna say pineapple should never be on pizza. I just don't like it on pizza. I find it to be a little bit too acidic and sweet. I don't think. To me, pizza should be savory. Although I've had some pizza that had some wild stuff on it that is sweet that tastes good. I just don't think pineapple's where it's at. Um, yeah, having technical difficulties. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything from Wi-Fi Gospel either. I emailed his YouTube email address and I haven't heard a thing. So it's weird. I'm not hearing from James or Wi-Fi Gospel. I'm just trying to see if there's a. I mean, I'm trying to see if there's an email I missed saying, "Hey, it's been postponed or cancelled." But if that was the case, they would have taken down the YouTube stream. So I doubt that that's it. I really doubt that's it. I find it very unlikely that I would have missed an email and um, are either of them in the storm? I hope not. I don't know. Is there a storm where they're at? I thought James was in Colorado. I think I can't remember which state he was in. I really can't. Um, it's disappointing because so many people have turned up. I love that you've all turned up. I would love to get into this debate and do some debating against the classical god of theism, the Trinity, everything like that, and yeah, it's hmm. James moved to Texas a year ago. Ugh. I think there's a flash flood there. Well, I hope they're okay. Maybe rained out if he's in Texas. I'll let the MDD chat know. Is James in Texas? Oh, I hope that's not the case. I really do. I really do. I mean, I suppose I can grab a I can sort of grab a thing from another debate and sort of a presentation maybe. Might be that, yeah. Okay, Max. Um, I'm not sure how long I should wait around here for. It is half an hour over. Um, I mean, I might go through. I can go through a presentation if you'd like me to give one. I'm not. Wi-Fi gospel regarding debate. I was told it was tomorrow. What? Apparently, Wi-Fi gospel was told it was tomorrow. Oh, dang. Then why was the thing on? Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. Um, I'll just reply. He seems to think it's tomorrow. It might be that James told Wi-Fi Gospel and um, Wi-Fi Gospel and put and wait, no, this is scheduled for now. We're waiting on modern day debate. It's like now. So that's no, hang on a second, that can't be true. Okay, so it sounds like he told and had in his mind it was tomorrow, but told me and scheduled the actual YouTube session for now. Wild. Okay, that's wild. Um, righty ho. Okay, I don't know what to say about that. That's wild. Yeah, no. So Wi-Fi Gospel just sent me. Alex just sent me something with a screenshot saying he definitely was told the 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern time, Sunday, July 6th. Whereas I've got Shannon back something me confirming it's Saturday 5th, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and obviously the MDD channel has it for the 5th Eastern time at 8 p.m. because it is currently waiting on the host to start. So yeah, this is getting wilder and wilder as time goes on. Um, let's watch Mark debate himself about the best debate ever reviewed. If he has a stream showing waiting, then he's online right now. Well, not necessarily. No, no. It's just when you do a stream, if it passes the time the um, in the on YouTube, it will just say waiting for the host kind of thing. But I can't do it tomorrow because I'm going to be on Bad Science Sunday, so that's a non-starter for me. Yeah, yeah. If it just set up stream, yeah, Titan's right. You do the pathways so something came from nothing. It's irrational. You think that something came from nothing and was the entire universe was the size of a dot. Atheism is true. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not giving up Bad Science Sunday, Maya. There's no way. There's absolutely no freaking chance of that. Um, I'm not even sure what this debate was for. But I might. I mean, I can do this presentation just while we're waiting. Um, give me a sec. Yeah, no, I haven't heard from James at all. I haven't heard from James at all. Did James get flooded? Is he in Texas? That's what we thought, but Alex has told me he thought it was tomorrow. So it may be just a mix up. I hope not. I hope it's just a mix up and not someone caught in a flood. That would be absolutely awful. Although, depending on how you view the problem of evil, it may actually be a good thing that God does. So who knows? Who knows? I don't believe that. I think it's just a natural disaster that is, absolutely awful. But some people do think that. All right. Well, 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 well. Well, 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 well. What I will do is no, I don't want to do that. I want to grab ye old this slideshow from beginning. So I just want to run through because I want to give you something while I go online. I don't want to sort of, get you online. This is from, I don't even remember what debate this was from or sort of where I did it or how I did it. I have no idea. It may have been for a debate that didn't go through. I do those occasionally. I will do a presentation and then it just won't go through. So it happens. It happens. Where's my thing? Yeah. So yeah, I can definitely do this and just sort of give you a presentation, just a random ass presentation. Why? No, no, that is not what I want. That is not what I want. Hold it a second. Hold on a second. Properties. Why can't I choose that from beginning? Yeah. Uh, not a, almost there. Almost there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, now for something entirely different. I get you, Bob. Let's rematch that time you debated the guy who kept calling you British and get a commentary from you about it. I mean, I can, I guess. I haven't really set anything up to be presentable on this, sort of, so why is that looking so dodgy? Why is that looking so dodgy? Stop being dodgy, you. Who was the guy that kept calling me English? Was that Jim Bob that kept calling me English? I can't remember. There's a few people who have thought I'm English. I don't know why. This is a puzzle to me. An absolute puzzle to me, but you know, you know what? I'm almost over this. I won't lie. I won't lie. Okay, you're not English. Be quiet, you. Somebody bonk Titan. Hold it. Yeah, Jim Bob is. So Jim Bob and his master or his cohort or his associate Andrew Wilson, they are incredibly. They don't actually debate, right? They don't actually. They're not interested in having a back and forth or even an interlock of ideas and a discussion of ideas or even arguing for their idea. What what Andrew Wilson and basically the Crucible crew, what they're there to do is to yell at people, insult them, make them feel stupid. They really are there because I saw a thing on Andrew Wilson recently, like part of a debate, and it is insufferable. He doesn't let people talk ever. Like he just interrupts constantly, and that is, he thinks that winning is if you don't let somebody get an idea out, and people will go, oh well, that's bad. How do you put up with this? And I want you to change your paradigm, right? I want you to understand that when somebody does that, they look bad. And if you can point that out and say, hey, he's actually afraid for me to talk, to me to get any ideas out at all. He doesn't want me to speak because he cannot actually refute my ideas. All he can do is interrupt me. That's good for you. Like if you're trying to debate someone and show that you're the most reasonable and rational, that is actually good for your side. That somebody is being childish and interrupting all the time. You've got to know how to handle it, sure. You've got to know that when they try to interrupt, you don't have to let them. But it is actually good for you. When I debated Jim Bob, he tried to interrupt me, but I just kept talking. Because I don't see why, if you start talking, why I should be quiet to let you talk, right? Like, I don't see why that's a thing if I'm expressing something. So I just keep talking and it kind of fizzles out. What they're relying on is that social norm of when you're in a conversation and someone starts talking, you be quiet to listen to them. If they're not going to give you that liberty, then there's no reason to give them it. And basically I'd listen to Jim Bob start to talk, he'd interrupt, but I'd just keep talking. Like he didn't say anything. And it sort of fizzles him out. He did not enjoy the debate against me because he couldn't just do his normal shtick. But that kind of attitude is actually good for you in a debate. It's very frustrating, don't get me wrong, but, try to keep in mind, it's good for you. Okay, so I'm going to present this just to give you something to do. So this is from What is God and What Do They Want? Remember, okay, so this is, I don't think it's any debate that I did, but I think it was a presentation that I did. I'm not 100% sure. Someone can tell me if they have seen this before. No idea. So first off, let me find my controls because I'm missing them somewhere. Where are you? There you are. Yes, okay. So So first off, I want to remind you that this presentation is just my perspective. I want to give everyone a chance to answer the question, and I'll do so to the best of my ability. I will have questions, and I'm sure others will have questions. So I ask everyone to be patient and allow people to express themselves, allowing them to put forth their ideas before questioning. I will stop people if they lay down too many concepts at once or are going off topic too far, but I do want some leeway for everyone to explain your position. I hope we can have a good exchange of opinions and ideas, putting forth why we believe or why not we believe in a God, and try to find common ground for a discussion. So first off, I think it would be best if I give you a definition of what a God is, so you know what I mean when I say it. And these are basically the positions that I have had. I'm an atheist. I believe there is no God. I do not claim any absolute knowledge. And precepts with that one, they'll say, is that absolute knowledge? And you're like, no, because I don't claim absolute knowledge. And they'll say, that's contradictory. It isn't. It's just, you know, I claim certainty, a relatively high amount of certainty that there's no absolute knowledge, but I don't claim it absolutely. So absolutely means it cannot possibly be wrong. I admit I could be wrong about absolute knowledge, but I don't think it exists. Rather, I am confident of there being no God. My belief is based on a lack of evidence for and evidence contrary to God claims. So that's the thing that you've got to understand, that an atheist that believes there is no God, what you don't have to do is like show with overwhelming certainty, show the impossibility of God. You don't have to show that God is impossible. You just have to show that there's a reasonable belief that the God doesn't exist, right? That's it. Rather, yeah, you're right. There should be a comma there, Travis. I admit that. Okay, yeah, you are correct. Okay, like totally. I get you. Look, I don't even know how long ago I did this thing. Okay, but be gentle. Okay, lube up. Now. Okay. So I've had some thought about what constitutes a God and what definition I ought to give it. This definition is very vague, but I believe it would include many God concepts that have been offered throughout history. It would include Greek gods like Zeus and Poseidon, who transcend earthly bounds by having access to Hades and Mount Olympus, but are not creator gods as they did not form the universe. It would include any gods that did not create humans, but have some sort of power to alter the natural world at will, which seems to be the theme, be a theme of gods. You may disagree or feel like the God you are talking about has more specific or other attributes, which I encourage you to share so I know what concept of God you are talking about. And this is basically the definition I usually use. Any agent, so agent is something that can make choices, think about things and make decisions, that is partially or fully transcendent of our material or physical reality. That transcendent just means to go beyond, so something beyond our physical reality, and possesses enough personal power to alter, so personal means your own power, to alter or perform actions in violation of the natural laws of the universe. So basically something that has the ability to change the universe against natural law, miracles and such, so forth. Note this very well. The definition is a conceptual one, just as I can describe the concept of a cloak of invisibility as a fabric enchanted with magic to make the user invisible to all that observe them. Providing this definition does not, and I want to stress this, does not mean I think either the cloak or a God exists. And this is sort of what I wrote, because sometimes when you go, hey, that's my definition of God, they will say, see, you believe in God. And it's like, no, I don't believe, no. Just because I've defined it as I can define it conceptually doesn't mean it actually exists. You'd be amazed at how many theists actually say that. Like you'll say, hey, a God is a transcendent agent that can alter or, do whatever. And they say, oh, so you do believe in a God. And it's like, wow. I can also define a minotaur, but I don't believe in minotaurs either. So we can update my definition here to include include that it is conceptual and that is purported by humans, making it a more accurate definition of what I think a God is. So how did we get gods? It seems to have started in the Paleolithic era, with simple burials when anatomically modern hominids emigrated from Africa in the Middle East roughly 100,000 years ago. The precursor of religion and God was animism. Animism is the primitive belief that natural phenomenon are powered by spirit or supernatural means, a kind of primal force behind natural things. As the natural mechanisms were unknown to the people of the time. I think the ability to placate animistic spirits as a comfort mechanism, slowly giving way to interactions asking for intercession on the follower's behalf. This can be things like, instead of giving a sacrifice to the primal force to avoid drought or end winter, asking the primal force for a good harvest or to cure specific people. With this extra communication came the idea that the primal force is not so much a spirit, but rather a person or agent with goals that can be discussed and a mind that can be appealed to. This is the anthropomorphization of the primal force, which would be polytheism, like asking Poseidon not to flood or Thor to abate a storm. I think that the anthropomorphization of these primal supernatural forces also coincided with an agricultural revolution and the need for authority over larger social structures. A particular deity in any pantheon, much like Greek patron gods, could be seen as the prime authority and later elevated to a sole divinity, as seen with the Canaanite religions, with El Asherah, who is the consort of El, and Yahweh supplanting Baal and Moloch. Moloch may not even be a god. Moloch, they think that maybe it is now the practice of a sort of ritual, child sacrifice ritual. They don't actually think that it's a god now, but definitely Baal was, because that was the brother of Yahweh. But all these gods being combined into the classic Judeo god that we're sort of familiar with in the Old Testament. This purported agent then gives authority to exercise power over a region and allows one group to dominate all the other ones. Can a conceptual god want anything? No. No, of course not. Can't want anything. Nothing conceptual wants anything. You need to have an agent for that. In order to have opinions. Nothing conceptual. Conceptual things are abstractions. It's like asking, can a circle, a perfect circle want anything? No, it can't. It's an abstraction. So how do people know what a god wants? So why the variability in what God or gods want throughout the history or even the modern day? It seems largely what you believe a god wants is determined by the denomination you were born into, how the culture is shaped. The ideas long ago in near Middle East of what God wanted seem to be vastly different than today of what a god wanted, and we seem to be filtering this through a lens of current society. So I'd proffer that God always seems to want what the people in the religion want, which is filtered by culture, education, experience, and all the other things within a society. How do we know what the specific things that a god wants is in fact the things that each religion, indeed each denomination, says they want? So I want you to keep in mind not just what people say a god wants, but how do they know what a god wants? Just one more thing. Are the purported wants of a god compatible with each other? Do the wants of a god align with a healthy and fulfilled humans? Is a purported god looking to improve the world or destroy it? And if someone is wrong about the purpose of a god, would that be bad for society? And that last one, for instance, if the purported god is looking to improve the world and they have, sort of a doomsday situation like Christianity, is that bad for society? And I would say yes. Even if that God exists, if they've gotten it wrong, if the book is wrong, then it's bad for us in general. But yeah, that was a sort of short presentation that I did just on the fly because, God wants you to send money to my account. Yeah, it's amazing how many times God wants to send the people telling you what God wants. Money. Incredible. I'll just check an update and see if anything else is happening. Hopefully we just I didn't even notice YouTube timing. Yeah, no, fair. I wouldn't blame Alex for that. No. yeah, fair enough. I can't do tomorrow night though, as I have a prior, more awesome commitment. Okay. So that was a mess. That was a mess. Okay, what? That was a mess. Okay. Seat opener here. Yeah, some people are saying you'd think they'd get the time right. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I've stuffed up timing before. It does occasionally happen, and indeed it is usually pretty good about it. Yeah, no debate. And I apologize to Max as well because he was going to do the after show. If Max wants to, he can. I can definitely hand off to him. Well, no. I mean, models of galaxy formation were just the models. That's the thing. Everything's up in the air until we, you know. Yeah. Hi, Alex. Good to see you, mate. Yeah. No, I think it's just a mux up. I think as I said, I think that James told you and had in his head because obviously he scheduled the YouTube thing for that time. Um, tomorrow night, but like scheduled the YouTube and told me tonight. So yeah, I mean it happens. I wouldn't, I'm not really upset about it. Occasionally it does happen. I've stuffed up streams before. Um, MDD usually is really reliable, so I wouldn't take this as normal for them at all. Um, but yeah, I know James will probably be kicking himself, but we all mess up. It's okay. We all mess up. But my apologies. I certainly will. I'll sort something out with Alex and get it going as soon as possible. But thanks for replying to my emails, Alex. It sort of cleared it up pretty well. So thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not sure if I should hang around. I'm not sure if anybody else is doing any streams that I can send you off to. But again, my apologies on behalf of MDD and myself. It is, um, yeah, it's just unfortunate. It's just a mix up. Look, we're all human. We all make mistakes. It's okay. Be kind to people. They are fallible. I've done it before. I once set a stream for like yeah, we were worried you were caught in floods or something because of the weather, but that's okay. I'd rather somebody mix up a time than get caught in floods. 100%. That is the optimal thing to do. Athro Atheist is on. I don't know if yeah, Sterling, you gotcha, mate. Yeah, it is frustrating. I get it. I 100% get it. I once set a stream for like midnight for some reason, my time, and people were rocking up. It's embarrassing, and it really does make you go, oh, but it does happen. It is something that happens, especially if you're doing it by yourself and you don't have a producer or someone doing it for you. It does happen. Um, yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, Alex and I'll talk. Don't worry about it. As I said, Alex is pretty good. He's fine to interact with. So, oh, Neil is streaming. Okay, Neil is streaming. I can send you over to Neil. But yeah, I'm really eager. Oh, you live in a tame area. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, hope all of your friends and family are okay, Alex. I hope everyone's okay. I really, I'm glad it's just a mix up because we're a little worried there for a second. Yeah, we'll do, Alex. Take care, mate. Take care. Yeah, and I will um, find somebody to pester. I will find someone. You can't stop me. Man, I was really looking forward to that debate too. I got to say, I really was, all over it. But we can raid Neil because he's an awesome guy. And yeah, I hope you liked my presentation. It was something, I don't even know what I used it for. I got to be honest with you. I've got a lot of presentations. I probably was going to use them for a debate or did use them for a debate, and I don't know what to do with them. So yeah, there's that. There's that. But yeah, oh, thank you so much. Do take care. I will let you know, and I'll let the community know as soon as I get another date. I'm sure that Alex is a really straight up guy. He will, work it out with me. It's not a problem at all. So do take care. Be kind to yourself. Oh wait, what was your question, Deviant? What was your question? I didn't see it. Sorry, I'm doing. Is there a difference between absolute knowledge and absolute truth? I don't. I'm struggling to think what. Well, an absolute truth would be something that um, would always be true under any circumstances, any time, any place. It wouldn't just be universal, as in any place, but it would be incapable of changing. So absolute truth, well, absolute knowledge would be sort of a very fundamentalist position, that something that you would be like impossible to be wrong about. There may be an absolute knowledge, something like some people may point to cognito ergo sum. No, beheaded, that would be objective truth, right? That would be objective truth if there were no minds to observe it. Like, so something could still be true, right? But an absolute truth would be, you couldn't even say that the universe existing is an absolute truth, because there is a situation where maybe the universe collapses and it doesn't exist anymore, right? Like, an absolute truth would be something that will not ever change under any circumstances ever, and has no capacity to be anything other than the value of true. I don't know. I don't know if there's any absolute truths. I really don't know. As far as I know, everything in reality is changing all the time. So, the truth that, hey, this stream is playing is not going to be absolutely true because the stream will end, right? Like, it is true right now, but absolute means that it is unchanging. Oh, that was a joke? Okay, sorry. I think that absolute knowledge, something like cognito ergo sum, I think therefore I am. Some people would argue that's an absolute knowledge kind of thing, that we can know that with absolute certainty, or basically you can't be wrong about it. I would probably disagree. I think that's a step too far. I think maybe if there is absolute knowledge, you could say that something exists, that there is existence, just because you have thoughts. But I think maybe that's, I don't know if that's absolute knowledge or not. I think perhaps it is, but yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about it. So I don't claim that as absolute knowledge. I think I am, therefore. Yes, Yoda, you are correct. Titan, your Yoda, you are correct, yes. I think I'm therefore. I think I am there for. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm done. I'm done doing the jokes. But yeah, sorry, Deep, and I hope that answers your question. Interesting. Thanks, Mike. My initial thought was that there was a difference, but I understand that was basing on misunderstanding. Yeah, so absoluteness means that it can never ever change. It never ever has any other state than the state it is in, which is rare because things sort of always change state as far as I can see and tell. Absolute knowledge means that is it's not only 100% certainty, there is no possibility you can be wrong because it can never change to a state of you not knowing it. It is absolute. It's a very sort of weird concept to get your head around. But yeah, it's kind of when people sort of talk about absolute morality, they usually mean objective. Because absolute morality doesn't change. It is absolutely the same at all points forever. Whereas objective morality is based upon something, but it certainly can change depending if the stance-independent qualities of whatever it's based upon does change. So it can, which is the difference between the two. But sounds like Sith logic. Yeah, only Sith deal in absolutes. Yep. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope I answered your question, Deviant. I feel like I should be doing more, but thank you so much. I'm so sorry the debate didn't go through. I certainly will post on my community tab. So like, subscribe, hit the bell so when that YouTube should, or to, if it is good, it will give you a notification by some minor miracle when I'm actually going live with these debates that do happen. So yes, thank you everybody. I appreciate your patience. Take care, be kind to yourself, be kind to each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
This old switchboard could talk. Wow, your ears would sizzle. 1880.
Oh, holy crap, that's the old outro. I'm so sorry. That's actually the old outro. So I'm just going to end the stream. Take care, everybody.